We dominated the game, played some great football for big periods of it, created enough chances. I think give credit to Ben Foster because he made some great saves, but ourselves we will feel that there's at least 3 or 4 goals in that game, which does put it to bed in the last 10 minutes. 2 never does. We've felt that already this season, so yeah, that's a little bit on us. It shouldn't take away from how well we played, but it's a bit of a story of our season at times this year. Away from home, not so much. You score goals, but at home, there's been games where we've dominated patches, and that's your time to get your goals.
Penalty obviously gives them a route back into the game. What do you think of that decision?
I've got to be careful, really, but I think last week we saw a change in VAR, a clear change in penalties getting overturned. I was at a managers' meeting in the week where we spoke a lot about it. And the absolute consensus from managers, referees, Premier League, etc., was that penalties or decisions, this is what I took from the meeting anyway, that decisions were not going to get overturned unless they were absolutely clear and obvious, and absolutely VAR saw something that the referee on the pitch didn't see. This didn't. It nowhere near showed that. The longer it took, the more worried I got. And I'm absolutely, I'm so surprised from what I came away on Thursday from the meeting to then had that decision today. And then I referenced back 1 week to Callum Hudson-Odoi, who goes down, has a hand on the back, gets a yellow card, and that overturned the other way round. I mean, we're not in a great place with it, are we?
When it takes that long as well, is that almost an indication?
Yeah. I think so, and then I think anything that takes that long means that there's something they're not sure. So then why we're not using the screen at the side of the pitch? I know that it's a bit contentious. I know that it shouldn't be because every fan might call for it. There might be pressure on referees, but if we're going to start saying that there's grey areas of turning over decisions because one referee and somewhere else thinks that it was more of a penalty than the referee on the pitch did, then I think we're in a really dangerous place, and you're going to be tossing a coin every week to what decisions you may or may not get.
Let's ask you quickly about a save from Kepa, because obviously all the players rushed towards him full time, so obviously a massive moment, big save.
Yeah, brilliant save. And we got what we deserved, and sometimes obviously you need your goalkeeper to produce moments like that. That's what they're there for. Sometimes it can be a quiet afternoon. It certainly was for him. I'm pleased. Great for keepers' confidence like that when those moments happen. Strikers get plaudits for scoring goals. Goalkeepers don't always, but he will today for that, I think.
Just on VAR, just to go back, did you get any indication as to why they're not going to the screens during that meeting?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
Just ask you about the midfield, Frank, and given your history as a player there, how pleasing is it to see the way the three of them are playing at the moment? Superb today.
Yeah, really pleasing. It's great to watch. I enjoyed watching a lot of the play. I think for 25 minutes it was outstanding. We controlled it. Then we got a bit sloppy as a team. But again, in the second half, the link between Jorginho and Kovacic and Mason, obviously playing slightly higher than them, but their comfort on the ball, their pass appreciation, the ability to find a forward pass or to break the lines. Kovacic particularly drove through midfield a few times, and I thought they were outstanding.
How big a blow is it? I think you lose Jorginho, don't you, for Palace next Saturday? Was that his 5th booking today?
Yeah, I think so. He's been on for a while, and it's a blow. We know how influential he is for us at the minute. What do you do? Sometimes he's a player that plays in a defensive midfield role that unfortunately can bring bookings, and the only thing I'll say off the top of my head is that he's played a lot of games lately, and it's one of those where you'll, I suppose, rely on the squad the next week.
I suppose it's a classic, he took one for the team really, but it was time wasting, wasn't it, I think, for the free kick. So
yeah.
It was the end of the game, and
yeah. Don't know.
You equalled a club record today, 7 consecutive away wins in all competitions. What do you think is working for this team away from home, that's making it so effective?
I don't think there's one absolute thing. I just think they're working hard. I think the way we're working off the ball, some of those performances off the top of my head, we go to Ajax and get a win, and you have to put in a lot of legwork, and I've got players that are putting in the work. They train the way they want to play, and so they can reproduce that. We are maybe away from home teams slightly open up against us slightly more. I don't think today was one of those, but in certain games, which then gives us the opportunity with our pace that we've got in areas, in forward areas, that they can some sort of counter-attack or create chances, whereas at the bridge, teams come and make it more difficult for us to do that with such freedom. So maybe that's why we've been so free-flowing. But generally, it's just that they've been on point and doing what they what they're doing.
That race was particularly there from Christian, wasn't it? He was brilliant today.
Yeah, Christian and Willian both. I think Willian takes people out of the game with his pace. Christian, great to see him scoring a goal from 4 yards out. I love that. Could have decided not to go the extra mile, and that ball flashes across the face and no one gets on the end of it. And if he continues doing that sort of thing, then the goals will rack up, because there are lots of goals in the 6-yard box for wingers to score. But yeah, I thought his general performance was top as well.
Right, last one, Andrew. Then we're going to go.
Obviously, a big contribution from Tammy back on the score sheet, and obviously setting up that second goal as well.
Yeah, I was delighted for him. I joked yesterday with him that he's on a barren patch. I think it's been 3 games. But he's so hungry, he works hard, he wants to score goals. I thought the timing of the link between him and Georgie for the first goal was fantastic, and a great finish. And then obviously the assist, where the pace of the cross that he puts on it. So yeah, I'm delighted for him, and he just needs to keep working, doing so well.
Great. Okay, quick
Thanks.
Mondays outside.